Individually, Evander Kane was the star performer, played all 56 games, 49 points. That's a heck of a pace, 22 goals. Really came on at the end. And I don't have the stat here on how many penalties he drew, but he cut down the penalties he took to only 40 minutes this year. He was a player that in years prior would take a lot of penalties, would draw some, but would take a lot. And I think that was a huge difference this year. A lot less infractions for number 9 versus how many penalties he drew. And again, he was able to capitalize 22 goals, 27 assists in those 56 games. And I think it also needs to be said and documented right here. No Sharks player in recent years has gone through as much as he did away from the ice and away from the rink. Bankruptcy to the tune of $25 million or more, and constant talks about would his contract be voided? And that's still up in the air. As you've seen interviews, he just can't really answer much and doesn't know much about the long-term status of his career as a Shark and his current contract. I don't want to get into all the details because, quite honestly, it's not all my business. But what I can say is knowing what I do and knowing what you do and watching him perform and not letting any of that creep into his game, I thought was impressive. And I actually thought, too, something he said is that having all of this come public like it did, because it had been so private for a very long while, this was actually a relief for him. And playing hockey this last year was kind of a sanctuary for Evander Kane. So I have to say, for as much criticism as there may be against the Sharks as a team and performance by players, number 9 was among the best this year and against all odds. And I found it fascinating. I think it's a great story and a story that I was happy to witness.